Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Batty,
And I'm Miss Carter.
and this is Dysfunctional Discussions. What are we talking about today, girl?
Dr. Carter, before we even start, Dr. Bad, you see, bottoms
Before
up,
we
I need
begin.
to, let's just give them a quick glimpse of our little minds and yours.
Ooh,
What you guys
yes.
doing right now? Get my energy up. Oh, it's pink lemonade, by the way, guys. Pink lemonade.
This is not lemonade. This isn't
Just
your mama's lemonade.
all right. So, thinking about what you wanted to talk about, um, performance ratings. To kind of extend it, hold on, to kind of extend performance ratings, I realize you can get rated not only in performance, but duration. You can get
Stamina?
rated to duration, performance, and like pretty much the interaction, like what's going on. Is it quiet? Is there talking? Is there noises? You know what I'm saying? So there's rating scales for various aspects of sexual intercourse, getting to know each
Why does
other.
this sound so clinical? Sexual intercourse. What are we, 50?
All right, getting to know each other. Biblical terms. What do you want to use?
And she knowed him.
But there's different, rating scales. So we can start off with what you wanted to talk about, which was the performance. Then we can go into just the other aspects of it.
Okay, so my initial question to you, and I have this one friend that I asked, male, of course, and I asked him, I was like, yo, do you think that if whatever shorty you were banging, if they asked you, hey, you know, how do you think like my writing game was? How would you rate like, you know, the little head I gave you, my cranium action? What do you think of that? Would you think that that plays a part in her insecurities? Would you find her to be insecure? Or do you think that it's okay? It would be okay. Like, what would you think? So, from a male's perspective, he gave me that. But it made me wonder about from like the female's perspective. Like, have you ever even asked a partner? Have you ever thought to even ask your partner, like, yo, like you feel like, you own that shit. Like, yo, I put it down, okay? But, he may say, oh, it was all right. Like, do you ever think to ask that?
Well, for one, if you know you did the damn thing, it's kind of like already said. It's already known. As you guys are knowing each other, it's already, you kind of already get the sense of that just looking at their facial expressions. They might even say like, "Damn, this is good" or whatever. So you kind of already know it, where you don't have to ask. If
That's
anything, you
if
can
your partner is expressive.
right. Again, that's part of the rating scale. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get
Okay.
to that. But so it's either already known during or afterwards. They, make that exclamation like, you know, dang, that was good. Or even you can just affirm what you did was like that was dope, right? Or some kind of thing. Like if you know you laid it down, there's no type of insecurity or confidence issues because it's already established during and after.
So,
Now, as far as somebody who thinks they did a pretty decent job, they're not insecure, but they're like, all right, I think I did my thing. But again, now you kind of either already know during or afterwards, you kind of have to ask, not because you're feeling insecure. Well, actually, you know what? That's a complete, not a lie, but their reaction or maybe lack thereof is going to make you now second guess yourself. Like, did I do the damn thing? Or, now you're asking him not for, I don't know, not because if you had prior, partners and they were more expressive, then it's not you, obviously. So now it just there's many factors. If you're young, if you're fresh in the game, of course you're gonna ask because you're new to this thing and you want to know like, did I do it right? So if you're new to the game, of course insecurity is a factor because now you're trying to figure out who you are. But if you're a grown woman and you know that you can lay it down, but they're not expressive, it's not you, it's not me, it's you, type of thing.
so, so here's the thing. There are men who believe that they have put in the work. I mean, they look like they've ran a 10K. However, you didn't finish.
Wait, who didn't finish?
Or, the woman, she didn't reach her climax, or, it was just, yeah, your stamina's great, but your technique is off. So, though you may feel that you did the damn thing, I'm sorry, bruh. Wasn't that great?
Oh,
So, in
boy.
that instance, he feels like he put it down, okay? Like, he did that thing. Like, he tore it up. And you're just like, it was all right.
But now,
So,
now that, sorry to interrupt, but now that kind of brings me to my other rating scales. What, like, how do I know if you tore it up? So now back to duration. So you said the stamina is there, so we know that rating scale you already got a 10. We can do the damn thing for half an hour, hour. We know your stamina is great, whatever. But now the whole show, the whole performance, was there crickets? Was there some
well, okay,
type of
but what if
moan
she
and
was like
groan?
faking to, so here's why I bring that up. So, you said in the beginning that if when you put it down, right, and it's good. And from that same perspective, the homie could put it down. He thinks, anyway, I tore that shit up. You think, oh, I fucked him up. Like, I own that.
Well, you both are in your own headspaces thinking you both did something when you really didn't do anything.
No. No. So now, in that aspect, it begs the question, is it an insecurity for you to be asking? Does it show a sign of insecurity for you to ask your partner, you know, I feel like I got you to bust in under 2 minutes, so my head game is like epic. My jaw is sore, like I know I did the damn thing. But, however, you could have just finished early because you ain't nutted in a while.
Precisely.
So, is it okay to ask, or do you just like live in your own dream and like, hey, I put it down and I'm the shit, like, you know? So, while you're thinking, my friend told me that he basically, he's heard this question from, because he's been with an array of women. So he's gotten it from someone who was younger. So in his opinion, she is new to the game. And someone who's older, he's also gotten it from. And he has taken it upon himself, in some instances, to give some pointers, unsolicited grading, shall I say, to these women. So he said, from the younger person, he didn't really see it as an insecurity. He thought it was cute. From the older woman, he thought it could be an insecurity because he felt as though, now this is his opinion. Now, I don't necessarily agree. But he said he felt as though when she asked him that, he was like, you're grown. Like, you should already know what to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yes, but maybe no. Because just like every woman's body is different, most men, they want or like different things. Some like the thrill of the noise making. Others prefer a little more action, hair pulling, spanking, choking, whatever. Everyone has what they like. So I think that the grown woman asking him, what do you like? Or what do you want me to do to you? or something like that. I think she's just trying to get a better picture of how best to satisfy her man.
I like that.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna try that next time, asking, because I like the fact that you brought up. Because to me, I just assume all men feel the same thing, all men want the same thing, and again, females are obviously completely different. So, you kind of gotta test those waters a little differently. But I like the fact that she asked. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna try that strategy out. I don't see it as insecurity. If anything, I see it as confidence, because it's kind of like, order what you want because I know I can deliver.
Right.
Regardless of what you choose on the menu,
Right.
got you. It's not like she's going to put herself out there knowing that she can't come through. So it's actually confidence, like, boo, here this menu, what you want, a one and a two,
Facts.
a Big Mac, a double, what you want, I got you.
Yes, exactly. I
I
agree.
kind of like that.
I agree.
I just normally go head first, pun intended, you know. Just,
I will take a drink to that one.
thinking, okay, let me do this, let me go here, let me whatever, whatever. Not saying, excuse me, hold on. So everyone that I've known has finished. Again, now that you brought this topic up, not sure because they just haven't bust one in a while, and it wasn't me, it was just them, and they needed to get a load off, or maybe it was me. I don't know, but now that again you brought that, I'm gonna try that strategy and just see the difference that it makes. Some people I just kind of know, what makes them
I
go
mean, I
wild.
think if you have been blowing the same horn for an extended period of time, I do believe that you know what to do to get the results that you want to get.
Right, and you kind of also mentioned something that your friends. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said that your friend gave pointers to the female.
So there was a different woman. So these are three different scenarios. There's
Okay.
a younger one, new, more less experienced,
Right.
who sought for directions. There was an adult, like a more experienced, seasoned player, who asked, "How would you like it?" And then there is the in between where he was like, you should, make it wetter, be a little sloppier.
So I asked you that question because I've never I haven't always given pointers. So now the the only two people, let me say, that I've given pointers to are individuals that I was dating. And so in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, let me give pointers because clearly we're going to be in this for the long run, and I want to be able to be satisfied. But if it's a wham bam, it's a point of a pointer. I'm not going to see you again, or I might. And either way, me, I fuck for you. If anything, like, because I know I'm really hard to please. And if it's a wham bam, it's honestly not for me because you're not going to be able to get me there unless I
So
give you a
that
pointer.
is where we
But
differ.
again,
I
if
fuck
it's
for
but if it's
me.
a wham bam, why am I wasting my time? I'm never gonna see you again, even if I do. It's like, if we're not in this for the long run, I'm not teaching you about my body because we're not in this for the long run. If we are, I'm gonna let you know about me,
I
because
see.
this is
So
something I'm gonna be doing often.
you are from the school of, if we're going to be playing this game for an extended period of time, then I will invest my time in showing you what to do. But if we're just like
Yeah, absolutely.
having a quick snack,
Yeah,
then
I already know this is for you. Let me get it over with. So I already know how to get you done quickly. So it's just for me, like I said, I'm doing this for you. So because I'm doing it for you, it's gonna be fast. Let me just get this over with. Because even if you attempted to try, which they have, they don't. They're not
so
successful.
why
Again,
can't you
it's not
just
even
tell
that. It's
them?
literally not even that. It's me. It's me. And again, if we're not in this for the long run, I'm not even gonna waste my time to teach you about. But now, like you said, if they initiate and ask, fine, I'll share. I will. But for the most part, never really have. So
So I have learned over time, when I was newer to the game. I'm only 25. Nah. But when I was newer to the game, Um, I was doing it for them in my early days. It was more about them, and it gave me like this sense of like power, and it was like this good feel. I love to be in charge. So I felt powerful knowing that, like, and you could tell from the body language and things like that. And um, I was fortunate enough to be with expressive individuals who tell me, you know, if it's good, keep going, whatever it is. So I knew what was what. But that doing it for them thing was very short lived. Okay. Once I learned my body and I figured out what exactly I liked and what I was trying to get and what I wanted, girl, it was about me. I don't fuck for you. I fuck for me.
So even if it's a one nighter, you're still gonna go through the whole step by step and say this is what you gotta do. After,
So
you
though
know,
I've never had a one nighter, I imagine that should I ever find myself in that predicament, I will give you directions.
no, no, to each his own.
Because I'd be damned if I'm a waste those sexy expensive panties and
On
not
a
get
one nighter,
mine.
who
No,
who
but it depends on where'd you meet him. If you met him out and you know you're trying to get something when you're going out, say you go out to the bar and you're dressed to the nines and you're like, yo, I will be getting me some tonight.
So
So you
I've
meet.
never, not to cut you off, but I've never had the desire. So my one nighters are people I know, except for back in the day.
So, okay.
But
Now,
even that, I didn't waste nothing because it's like I'm not gonna see you again, bro.
so here's the thing. Even if it's someone you know, like, so when you know you're gonna get, when I know that I'm gonna be getting some,
No, I feel you.
I
I feel you
dress
going.
for the occasion, okay?
Okay.
Because it's all a production for me, because that helps me. Again, this is so like someone said to me, women are the gatekeepers of sex and men are the gatekeepers of relationships. So
Just take a minute. Just take a quick minute. Expound on each.
okay, so women are the gatekeepers of sex. If a man is gonna beat, he'll beat because the woman allowed him to.
Okay, I know.
She
So I already know the
knew
other part, but you can.
that she wants to fuck. You may have to do a lot of work, but she knows that she was gonna let you hit. So don't think you did something.
Right. It was premeditated.
She already knew. She just wanted to see how far would you go to get you some. Okay. Um, and men are the gatekeepers of relationships. Now, y'all could be talking and you really, really fall for the guy, and you know, you're like waiting on him to be like, let's make this official. You're waiting and waiting.
Wait, where did you hear this from? Because now that you're saying it's kind of actually true. Where did you hear this from? 17 magazine? Where did you hear this from?
Cosmopolitan, nah, nah,
GQ?
nah. Some guy, smart man, gotta say, he is quite the ladies' man. So I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He's been in the game before I was brave enough to see my first
Okay. So
body part.
so back to what you're saying again. Not to because now that I'm just reflecting, there's certain people who I would choose. Like I would literally again, it's all premeditated, obviously from the women's standpoint. So I would choose, certain brassieres, certain undergarments, if you may,
For the
you know.
show.
But then again, certain I don't put effort into it because I don't I know it's a one time thing. I'm not gonna put effort in the wardrobe. I'm not gonna put effort in teaching you 1, 2, 3. Let's get this done. Get you off.
But
Get you out.
I feel like it's easier if it's somebody you know. I'll be damned if I'm gonna have me a one nighter, and I've never been brave enough to fuck a stranger. But
Yeah.
so if we're saying one nighters, with, people that we know. Like, you know them from back in the day. You know back then that y'all was trying to, and
Well,
it never
you definitely,
happened, and
okay.
now you
So
did.
in a case like that, you want to prove yourself in many
Okay?
aspects, from
Alright?
lingerie to the everything.
Alright? You
Yes,
are putting on the production of.
absolutely. So it just all depends on the, I guess, circumstance, situation, and again, who we are, because we obviously differ. You, regardless, I guess, of who they are, you want to get yours too. Me, I know it's gonna be
Yes, I will
long.
tell you. Nah, hit it to that corner. This one ain't. Hit over there. Move a little to the left. Slide right. Yes,
But
right there.
but then
Hold it
that's
right
the
there.
thing. Like, okay, so probably subconsciously, if I don't want to call you again, or if I don't want to do this again, I'm not trying to get you hooked by, so like, if I tell you everything and you see the reaction, you see how I'm loving it, da da da, you're gonna want more when I really don't want more from you.
Well,
So
you could just
again,
be like, this was a one-time thing. Deuces, bruh. Thanks. Bye bye.
I don't know.
Like, I again. So I don't know where that came from. Me beginning to want to do it for me, but that doing it for them shit was very short-lived. Now, um, this is not to say that I don't enjoy pleasing my partner, because seeing them get off based off of what I'm doing also gets me off. So it's kind of a double edged sword, but at the end of the day, I fuck for me. Because what am I getting from you? What are you giving me? I cannot come and kill myself now. Eh? You have to, you know, for you. Ha! Eh? Did you buy me a house? Have you bought me a car? I'll do it for me. Even if you buy me a house, it's still for me. Like, it's a shared type of thing. But anyway, that was a long ass tangent. Let's bring it back. Yeah, so pointers and critiquing. I think that from the male providing some pointers to the woman, as far as, oh, do it this way,
Mhm.
or I like to feel it more that way. I think that it is, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's all in the presentation. Packaging is everything. So, based on the story he told me, it wasn't the most ideal type of presentation. I think that if they were like in it, and he's like, nah, baby, like move this way, or like do this, or something, like arch your back, or something, you know, like don't
Yeah.
like just drop one, it just like ride the tip, whatever it is, however it is that he wants to put it. I think that would be more well received than y'all are done. You think you
And then
did
you tell
it.
me afterwards.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I really think that, you have potential, but what you should be doing is, you see, packaging. Packaging.
Did I just like audition for a screenplay? Potential,
Yep,
nigga. The
you have
fuck?
potential, but, it would have been better if you had, you know, ridden the tip a little bit more, arched your back a little more. Did you give her
Well, then
direction to do
tell
so?
me ignoring. I would rather, like you said, it's just when it's presented and how. So would be received obviously much better during, because we're both in the heat. So I'm not overthinking. Like, my feelings aren't getting hurt. It's like, oh, that's what you like. I got you. But then afterwards, like, oh, you shoulda. It's like, what? I thought I was doing something else and you ain't say nothing. So it's like, what I mean? So
That's the thing. So I don't know. I don't know if like having the same partner for an extended period of time. I know that like women, over time, what you like changes. So you could have been enjoying some shit from like a year ago, and now your body has discovered it likes other things. So that trick ain't working no more. You want something new, or you like it a different way. So I think, you have to continue to be vocal, and it's easier to do that with someone you've been involved with for a long time.
Absolutely.
You know?
But it's I don't know personally it would obviously it would come off easier if you've known them for some while, literally. But just somebody either whether it's a stranger or just an acquaintance, a friend, it's kind of like I don't know. It wouldn't be unless you're just a person who is just very outspoken and you just simply don't care too much about feelings, whatever. It'll obviously be easier, but if you're mindful of others and just their your friendship overall, it's kind of harder to say at least afterwards. Maybe during you're both in it to win it, so no feelings are getting hurt. But then afterwards, yeah,
Yeah, afterwards I think it can be
awkward.
a little bit. A little bit. A little bit, yeah. Totally. A little bit.
All right, Doc. I don't really have. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of being rated off of performance, stamina, tricks and things. You know? Yeah.
Alright, so a couple years ago, there was this cucumber. Was it a couple or last year? Cucumber challenge. Okay, now
tricks and things, huh?
after watching that, um,
You considered your performance?
I did
Did you
take pause.
self-evaluation?
I did take pause. To evaluate myself and to think,
As most women probably did. Like,
am I doing
yeah,
this wrong?
yeah,
Is it supposed to look like a waterfall is coming through my mouth?
yeah.
Or so I don't know. I just um but yeah, bottom line I think open communication is key no matter how uncomfortable it may be. The setting and the packaging is everything. So if you prefer to, have him handle business a certain type of way, be expressive, sis. Let him know. Speak up. Yeah. Speak up. And if you know, and for the men too, if you feel like, yo, Shorty needs to take it in a little deeper,
Let it be known. Pretty much,
you should tell her.
let it be known right then and there.
Like, oh, come
Okay.
on, baby, you can't take a little more? Something. Say
Yeah.
something. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever it is. But this has been fun.
Sure.
We should totally do it again.
Well, like I said, I'll use homegirls, strategy of
I mean, she was grown.
getting
I don't know if I'm
paid
that grown.
and obviously confident, but yeah, yeah. So
Again, but it's easier to do that with someone you've known for a long time. Like, oh, tell me how you want it. Put on a little show.
that too, or if you again, if it's a friend and acquaintance, maybe not a one nighter, but
So
a
what
friend
if
and
it's a
acquaintance
brand new
you
relationship?
actually like brand new. If it's a brand new, you pull out all your tricks on the first day.
Not all the tricks, not just a little bit. Just a little, keep him hooked. Like, I wonder what else she can do.
If it's brand new, if it's brand new, pull out the menu, right? So you can have number one today. You can have a number one today, and then yeah. So again, not all the tricks today, obviously, but I like the idea of presenting options, saying what do you like, and then today we can do this, whatever, whatever. And again, the whole restaurant today.
You heard it from Miss Quarta. Cannot give the whole restaurant on your first go round. Mm. All right. Well, I'm tired, girl. I got things to do. I got to go.
All right, well,
Do you have anything else to share on the topic?
until we meet again, mine's and yours. Shout out to you, whoever made this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not talking about what's in the cup. I'm talking about
No,
the cup.
the cup. The cup. Okay? Yes.
All
All
right,
right, girl. Bye.